What's up, guys? Welcome to Spin City Podcast, your all access pass to the world of professional table tennis. My name is Ibrahima Diaw, and today we have a special guest, the winner of the last Champions League. Nico Baurra is the manager of the FC Saarbrücken Tischtennis and Tibar marketing manager and pro player manager for Tibar. Hello, Nico.
Hey, Iba. Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Everything is fine. Yeah,
I guess so. Now with this Champions League win, 3 times in a row, this is really amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this was great. Very crazy event again, and very happy that the team could win it one more time.
Yes, for sure. You organized the event, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes. It was in Saarbrücken for the second time now in a row. We will have it one more time next season. So we can learn from our mistakes. We learned already this year from the mistakes we made last year. So hopefully we can improve one more time. Yeah. Apart from the sports part, it was going quite well, I think.
Okay, yeah. What kind of issue did you have, or what the things that can be improved?
Yeah, I mean, last year in 2024, we had some small things that we could improve. For example, VIP lounge was a little bit not the best VIP lounge that we had. So this year we improved a lot.
Nice.
Also for the spectators, we of course want to have the hall full, so there is still potential. Last year we had around 4,500 for 2 days. This year we had a little bit more than 5,000. So there's also always room for improvement. Let's say it like this.
Nice to make room for the public, and I guess that this kind of matches. You had like. Truls, Jorgic, Francisca, like it's like top players, and against Timo and Anton, and who was the Qdong. So I guess that all the Germans are really eager to have this, to come and see this kind of confrontation,
Yeah, of course. I mean, not only German, Saarbrücken is very close to the French border.
Correct.
So it was a little bit the pity that in the last 2 years there was no French team in the Champions League Final Four. Let's see what the draw is going to bring, which kind of action, and then my hope is that there will also be a French team next season, and that many spectators from France, Luxembourg, Belgium will also join us. I mean, we have some spectators from different countries, but it's always nice to have also the French crowd inside.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe you don't want to have Montpellier because they are really hot, these guys.
Of course. But this is also nice, to have them. I know the guys very well because of Tiba, of course.
Yes, correct.
So
correct.
So it's always nice to have them, and it would make it a lot more interesting to have them also inside the competition. This year the draw was not the best. They had to play Düsseldorf in the quarterfinals, but maybe next year there is a chance that maybe they can make it to the Final Four, and I think this would be a big win for the competition and also for the Final Four.
For sure, yes, and to have also new matches because often you and Düsseldorf and sometimes one team that's coming, so to challenge you a little bit.
Yes, this would be nice. It would be nice to have a new opponent somehow. It will be interesting next season. This I can say for sure.
Yeah, that would be fun to watch. But when you have Francisca, Jorgic, and Truls, like I guess the goal is to win the Champions League. That's the main goal of the.
Yes.
Yeah, and the thing is that I'm actually very curious on how you get the funding for a team like this, because this is a thing that definitely could be improved from ETTU or ITTF, is actually to reward the winner of the Champions League, because you guys, as you say, bringing top players, bringing a lot of media, a lot of spectators, and somehow you should be rewarded to invest a lot to get such a big players. And I just wonder what it means for the club to win the Champions League, if the city that says, okay, if you win the Champions League, you get some funding, or if there's big sponsors. So I'm very curious about this.
Yeah, I mean, for the event of the Champions League Final Four, I have to say that we have a lot of support from our regional government here. This is very important. The Minister for Sports from our region and also all politicians here, they like table tennis. They want to show also, because we are a good club, and they want to show also that table tennis in our region is famous and a favorite sport for everybody. So they are helping a lot. Also, I have to say, you said it, that the prize money from ETTU is not the best, but it improved a lot, to be honest. Yeah, it was far worse in the last 5-6 years. So now I have to say they are also improving, and I think it really makes sense to qualify for the Champions League Final Four right now. Yeah, because the prize money went up from ETTU side. The teams are participating with the ticket sales. The teams are also participating for the main sponsors for the event. So, of course, it is not enough to pay the top players, but it is really going up in the right direction. So let's hope for the next season there can be more, or it can be done more. Yeah, but we are very thankful to have this support, not only from government, also from our sponsors. We have a lot of companies, sponsors, like the sports federation here in our region. They are giving us a lot of money to help us to maintain on this level that we have since the last 10-12 years.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice, because in France, for example, there is actually no reward, to win the league, and teams are actually trying their best to try to win the league, to try to qualify. And the sad thing is that sometimes they say, no, we don't want to play Champions League because it costs a lot. You have to travel. Now I feel like now you have the group stage that's in one place right now, that they try to lower the cost a little bit,
Yes.
which I think is it's definitely a good thing. But it would be nice to actually, reward, a lot, and definitely maybe, especially to maybe cover the cost, of traveling back and forth,
Yes.
for the clubs. But it's
I
good
think I think we are on the right track somehow.
Nice.
Yeah, together with ETTU, together with the clubs that are participating in the Champions League. I think it improved a lot in the last years, like I said. So let's hope that we will stay on this road and try to go in the right direction, and then hopefully many more teams want to participate. I mean, I had the feeling that the Final Four last year helped a lot for new teams to come inside the Champions League. Yeah, you saw now with the two Polish teams.
Yes.
They had a lot of fun, and they really enjoyed the Final Four. Yeah, even they lost the semifinal. You see it now with Montpellier. They wanted also to fight for the Final Four. Yeah, so
Yes.
So hopefully in the future it will be much better, and then we have a strong Champions League and also some money in it. Hopefully, yeah. I think the interest is rising in Europe at the moment. Yeah, you have the big hype in France. Yeah,
Yes.
now in Germany is also quite good. Yeah,
Yes.
then hopefully we can reach some new heights in Asia and China somehow with the viewership. So let's hope it goes to the right direction, and then the benefits will come by themselves. So.
I mean, honestly, like for me from outside, I always look, the finals, and it's definitely the most fun table tennis to watch, like the last 5 years, between Düsseldorf, sometime Oxenhausen, depending on how the competitive is the team. Like I feel like it's from outside is very professional, and the fight, it's there. Like it's really like you never know what's going to happen. Like honestly,
Exactly.
it's so enjoyable to watch. It's nice to see a full crowd every time. Because in WTT we are not so used to playing in front of crowds, so it's actually very, very nice to that what Germany is bringing to the professionalism that Germany is bringing to the table tennis. It's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of fun for us as well. Yeah, to have like cup finals in front of 5,000 people. It was sold out, I think, the last 3-4 years. Now, unfortunately, we will not be in the Bundesliga final because it will be Oxenhausen against Düsseldorf. But there will also be a full hall. I think 3,500, 4,000 people in Frankfurt this weekend. So yeah, this is always nice to play in front of these crowds. I was in Montpellier for the champions, WTT champions.
Yes.
This was so nice to be every day in a full hall. Everybody was shouting, screaming, fighting. This is what table tennis is all about. Let's say it like this: to play in front of the spectators, and also the guys, the players, they can take this extra 5%.
100%.
For the playing and for their how to say, for the level. Yeah, it's really
100%.
nice to have this. Yeah.
100%. Yes. And how about this rivalry with Düsseldorf, because you often meet them? And just a funny question, like, you guys actually working together or really like
I used to say that it is like another battle. Yeah, it's really always tight battles. It's like two giants going against each other somehow. Yeah, I'm really very happy that our club could come to this point where they can be a rival of Borussia Düsseldorf, because Borussia Düsseldorf is like really the greatest club in Europe. Yeah, they have so many achievements now. Unfortunately, Timo will stop, so for them it's also a new start somehow. Yeah,
true.
but it's always a battle. Like we are joking together. Yeah, that always when I write to Timo or the coach of Düsseldorf, I'm always saying, we meet again this Sunday, or doesn't matter. Yeah, and it's always fun. But away from the table, of course, we are fighting together for table tennis, because this is the only thing that is really, really important, that we fight together for table tennis in the club, for the competitions that we have here in Germany, for the Champions League, and we are trying to make some good things together. Yeah, like right now we are again. We played in front of 4,000 people in Hamburg 2 years ago. Yeah. Now we are planning again together a match like this, yeah, to have a match in front of 3,000 spectators in the German league. So we are fighting against each other, but we are also fighting with each other for table tennis somehow.
That's very, very nice to hear, because it's definitely not all the time the case in other countries. So now I can understand why like German league is so professional, because you actually try to somehow make it good for the public, and that also is good for you. And I guess that then sponsors are involved, and they really want to pitch into this how we say this fiesta, in
Yes.
yeah. So that's nice. That's really nice. I looked the match, and are you involved a little bit on how they put the team in for the lineup a little bit? Are you involved in
Yes.
Yes.
I now for the Champions League, because I was organizing the event, I was a little bit out. Yeah, but normally for the normal league matches and the finals, when I'm not organizing the event, I'm inside of the talks. And now also before the Champions League, I was speaking with the coaches and speaking with the players. Yes.
Nice. And what's the mindset? What's the tactic when you come and play against Düsseldorf? If you want to share, of course. But
yeah, I mean, it's like I said before, it's always like 50-50 matches. Yeah, I think in the last 5, 6, 7 years, we always played like 50-50 matches. It was crazy. We won the Champions League 2 times when we had match points against us. Now, this year, I think it was the first year that we won. There was no match point against us, at least not for the Champions League title. Yeah, it was championships points for Düsseldorf in the last 2 years.
Okay.
This year, it was not like this. We won 3-1. But still not easy. I think we won 2 matches 6-5 in the decider,
Yes,
or something like this. No, but it is always, in the last years, Anton was really the dominating player in the German league. Yeah, so we quite often knew he was playing number 1. Then in some matches against us, he was not in top shape. Yeah, he was putting everything on the table, but then somehow when he had the match point or something, he could not finish it. So this year it changed a little bit. They put Dang number 1. I think we knew this before, that he will play number 1 in the Champions League. So we said also that we don't want Germany against Germany and Sweden against Sweden. So this is why we changed the lineup. This is why we put Truls on number 2 against Dang. Yeah, because he said he's feeling very comfortable against him. This is a little bit how many people ask me, why is Truls only playing number 2 in the final? But this is a little bit what we wanted. I mean, also Patrick, he could win Anton. Yeah, he was 5-2
sure.
or 5-3 in the fifth.
Yeah.
Normally the plan was good, and we knew that we need Darko's point against Timo. Even Timo is a little bit older than he was, but he's still one of the top players. So it was
Timo.
A quite hard match. And you could also see that it was a tight match.
Yeah.
But we knew if we are 2-1 up, then normally we have a very big advantage, because also Truls against Anton, he should win normally. And then we had this unbelievable match from Patrick against Dang with this outcome that we all know somehow. Yeah, but
yes.
You can never know. Yeah,
Yes.
This system, I think the Champions League system is a little bit better for us with no doubles. Yeah,
Yes,
because we have these strong single players. In the Bundesliga system, where number 1 is playing 2 singles and the other guys are only playing 1 singles, and then there's coming 1 doubles, it's a little bit more difficult for us. Yeah, because you never know where is Dang playing, where is Anton playing, and this kind of things. But in the Champions League, it's a little bit more easy for us to. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it's actually so, as you said, like the matches are so close all the time. Like it's really like as you say, it could be 1-0 for you, but finally it was 1-0 for for them, because Anton was so close, and then it was 3 matches in the decider set. So yeah, like I say, you never know. I was actually expecting Truls in number 3, because I know that he likes to play against Timo, because I think he won the last few times. So I was expecting Truls number 3, but I know that in T-bar or Stiga tables, Truls is a little bit better against Anton. So I was like, yeah, like you have options to choose.
Yeah, I mean, we have many. This is the nice thing somehow when you have 3 top players. Yeah, you have 3 players that have been in the top 10 or that are now in the top 15 somehow. Yeah, this is like you have all the options. Yeah, in the group and or in the knockout stage is what was always clear. Okay, Truls is playing number 1. Yeah, because he was in the best shape. We were not playing so good in the league, so it was also nice for our players to not have the responsibility to play number 1. Yeah, but now in the final 4, we could choose between 3 players, and in the end, we had the lucky lineup. And it was working out somehow.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game. I mean, it's really part of the thing. You actually felt that Qdong was maybe playing number 1, so let's try to change. And anyway, you have the level of the guys can just go and play.
Exactly.
They have played each other 1,000 times already. So.
Exactly. Everybody knows each other, and it's just like, if you miss one service in the 5th set, this can be it. It's just these small moments that can decide such a fight, such a final between 2 rivals.
Yeah, that's nice, man. That's nice. Congratulations again. I mean, 3 times in a row. It ever happened?
I think yes. But I'm not 100% sure.
That would
to be
nice.
honest.
That would be nice to check.
Maybe we can check afterwards. I think it happened before, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Let's talk a little bit about the club itself. That you called me many times to practice in Saarbrücken, so I had the chance to go and practice there. And I would like you to explain a little bit, since the club became FC Saarbrücken Tischtennis, structure of the club, the training environment a little bit. Could you describe that?
Yeah, of course. We started, actually, the club was founding the German league in the 60s, 1960s.
Yeah.
So it was a founding member of a club, then it was playing first league, then it was going down to second league, third league, everything. And then I think in 2009, we were still part of the football club FC Saarbrücken. So in 2009, one guy from the sports federation came to us and said, okay, maybe now you are playing third league. Could you imagine to play first league one day? And we said, yeah, we can imagine this. This was before my time. I started in 2013. So this was 4 years before I started for the club. And we can imagine this. Yeah, okay, we can help you a little bit with sponsors and this kind of things. And then in 2009, we went from the second league to the first league, still as FC Saarbrücken, not as FC Saarbrücken Tischtennis. And then directly in the first season, I think we became fifth with the team. It was Gacina, Tokic, Leung from Hong Kong. I don't know, penholder player. And we didn't expect it, because Gacina was reserve player before in Charleroi, and Bojan, he was like a European top player, but not like top 5, let's say it like this. And nobody expected it. And from this time on, we felt that something is happening in Saarbrücken. Also, of course, we have the main sponsor Tiba behind us. The boss of the club, or one of the bosses of the club, is also the boss of Tiba. So this can help for players, for everything. And then in 2011, we split from the football club, not because there was a fight, but just because it was a little bit more easy for us to work our own way and everything. And then I think in 2012 they won the cup. This was 1 year before I started. They won the German Cup.
Yeah.
And somehow then we were on the map. We were inside the business. So then in 2012, I started to work for Tiba. And in 2013, my boss from Tiba asked me, "Hey, Nico, the manager is stopping for Saarbrücken team. Are you interested that we start a little bit something with the company, that we include the club in our company?" And then I said, "Yeah, I'm interested." And then somehow it started. And then directly in my first season, we took Thiago Apollonia. Schläger was still there, and Bojan. And we won the ETTU Cup against Ochsenhausen. This was really nice. For me also was a good start into my career for the club, to be honest. This was really lifting us up. And from this day on, somehow, we also started the practice center in 2013. So this was a big start for us, for the club, and also I think a big step for Tiba to have the players practicing from time to time in Saarbrücken, to have them there, to have talks with the players, to get more information about material, to get more information about everything, to have the players closer together, and to have more conversation. And I think then in 2014 we came to the final of the German league, and then we were somehow in the big business. It was us, it was Ochsenhausen, it was Fulda, it was Düsseldorf. These were like the 4 big clubs. I think the main part, of course, was the transfer of Patrick from Düsseldorf to Saarbrücken. 2016.
2016, okay.
2016, I think this was one of the biggest moments for us as a club. To have a German national player who was playing in Düsseldorf before, playing for our team. In this time, he was actually not a top player. He was like 50, 60 in the world, but he had this potential to go higher and higher. And I think this was a very, very big step for us. And then also Darko came 2 years after. And he was also not a top player. He was like also number 60, 70 in the world. But how the guys improved and how they learned from each other, I think you can compare it a little bit with Simon and Hugo in Ochsenhausen. They took all the steps together. And I think this was very important for the club. And you could feel, I think, since 2018, 2019, I think we were almost every year in the finals for German championships. And the biggest highlight, of course, was the win 2020 with Cancun. In this year, I think we had the most amazing team. This was so fun to be there, and the team chemistry was really nice. And this was also many times the main part for our success, that we had a good chemistry. The guys were like friends, not only in the hall but also apart. We did a lot of stuff together, went to go swimming, went to play football, watch football also, and this is very important. And I think this is a part of our success somehow.
Yeah, and I can see that when I come and practice there, you're a little bit like a family. Like you often are together, eating together. So it's nice. But as you said, like it's actually very nice that Franziska and Jorgic actually managed to grow up together and take all these steps together. And I guess that this also helped, like the success of this guy helped other players to come and practice, because you have these two guys, and it's okay, these two guys are growing up in Saarbrücken, so you also have the chance to do that.
This was also the goal for the training center that we opened with Tiba. The goal was to improve the young Tiba players. Yeah,
Okay.
you could see it like over the years.
Okay.
We started in 2013, and then we have also a second team which is playing second league in Germany. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Because we want to have the young guys also to improve and to find the big step into the first team. Yeah, if it's not our first team, maybe it's other leagues. Yeah, we have. I think we brought players to Austrian First League, to Polish First League, to other clubs in German First League. So this was always the goal. Yeah, and with some players it worked pretty well, I have to say. Yeah, right now one example is Cedric Nüting. He started in our second team.
Yes.
Yeah, in the second league. Then he was playing in Hennebo. Then he came back to us. Now he was playing a really good season in Dortmund. Now the last big example is Eddie Ionescu. Yeah?
Yes.
We took him for the third league. We played third league with the second team one season. We took him for third league, and suddenly he was beating Dima in one tournament. And then he was suddenly, we didn't know how to plan, and now he's playing in our first team, and he played the best score this season for us in the league. Yeah, he played 12-4.
Wow.
He was better than Patrick and better than Darko. So
wow.
So this was, I think we took good steps here, and this is still our goal.
Yeah. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Tibar is almost the only one who has like a place where young Tibar players can go and practice almost for. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they can practice there for free, right? Like you help them go and train.
Yeah, for us it was never about the money for developing our players. Yeah, so this training center is also not commercial. Yeah, we don't take so much money. We don't want to earn so much money from the training center. Of course, we don't want to make the minus, but it's not like we need to earn money from this. Yeah, so it was always our big goal. I think you had the same in Ochsenhausen many years, yeah, where this was not a Dornick table tennis center, but it was like a table tennis center for several brands. Let's say like
ESN,
for brands that are with ESN together.
Yeah.
But to have a training center from a brand, I'm not really sure where this is happening in Europe, to be honest.
Yeah. That's actually nice to know that T-Bar players, and maybe if there's some young players that are sponsored by T-Bar, then they have a place to go and practice alongside your main team. So I said that's nice. And about coaches, how many coaches do you have? How many training group do you have? How often there is training in the hall?
Yeah, okay. Now we have many training groups. We have many people there. It's like we have a good cooperation with the school. Like we have a cooperation with the regional table tennis federation. So everybody somehow working together. It's the club, it's the regional table tennis federation. It's like the school, sports school, and this is quite nice. We have a good cooperation with the regional sports federation. So all the coaches that are working for the regional table tennis federation are also working with our training center. So we have 4 coaches at the moment. We have the group like for the school. We have the youngest group under 11, and it goes up until the professional levels. Right now we have around 50-60 players practicing in Saarbrücken in different groups. Yeah, and they start 8 o'clock in the morning and they stop 7 o'clock in the morning with different levels and everything. And it's quite nice to see also these groups. We have one group with the professionals. There is like many players from second league and third league, and they really enjoy it here. Then we have players from Chile with like level 4th or 5th league. They can practice with the regional talents. Yeah. And then, of course, we have the professional group where the top stars are practicing, and this is also working out somehow. So everything seems to be good.
Yeah, definitely. And I like actually the mindset that you have, because you often ask me can I come and sparring, because sometimes there's the second group are playing some tournament and this, so you are actually very welcoming on for other players to come and practice with your group. So that's actually very nice. And do you have actually one main philosophy in the club, like the one thing that you want the people to remember, in the in the club or from the training? Or
Okay, the main thing is to have a good atmosphere.
yeah. Okay.
The main thing right now is also, this is what we want to do next season. We want to bring our first and second team a little bit closer together. Because in the second team now we have also Samuel Apas from Slovakia. He's a big
Yes.
talent in Europe.
Yes.
We want to bring him closer to the first team, and I think for this we need to work closer together with the first and second team. And the main philosophy, I think everybody that is coming to watch us play should have fun somehow.
Yeah.
It should be nice in the hall. There should be a atmosphere like in a family somehow, very close. So this was also already in the last years was about for us. Nice atmosphere, players that are nice to the people. This is also very important. You can
sure.
you can feel like we have fans that are coming to our matches for the last 10 years, and the players interact with them, and they know each other. I mean, now some people were crying when we won the Champions League, some of our biggest fans and everything, and you see how close we are together, like as a team. And I think this is the main philosophy. There is not like we want to win as many titles as possible. Of course, this is nice, and this is also good. But in the end, it's about being together and enjoying the moments.
Yes, and having some fun. Nice.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. Like I can see Truls really fit into this,
Yes,
because
yes,
he's
yes.
actually one guy that first is very fun outside, and the way that he's playing.
You saw how he was jumping on Patrick's back. You saw this video
Yes,
when
I
he
saw
was
this
running
video.
through the hall. Yeah. This
Yes.
was a little bit showing also how much fun we had
Yes.
with him, and hopefully also how much fun we had. We had a good night also after the Champions League celebrating. Yeah, he's a fun guy,
He's a
and
fun
I
guy.
think he's fitting inside somehow with the boys.
Yeah, for sure. Because I practice often with him, like 2 times a week, and he actually look forward to the Champions League matches every time. He's like,
Good.
I'm going, and sometimes they have some teams like, well, okay, I really want to kill these guys, and so it's a nice guy to fit in this group. And of course, Francisca and Jurgic, they are also really really easy people, very easy people when you get to know them. So it looks very fun when you play, at least.
Yes. Yes.
And I have a question. And the center is accessible for who? Anyone who has a racket can come and practice, or you need a certain amount of level, or I would like to know. I mean, I'm sure that many listeners would like to see, okay, do I have the chance to go and practice in Saarbrücken, a little bit about the cost, for example, of the living, if you have the rooms, for example, for them, things like this.
Yeah, it's in general, everybody could come somehow. Yeah, we are not saying no directly. Everybody can ask us or write a request by email. This is the easiest thing. But like I said before, right now we have around 60 players, so the groups are quite full. Yeah, the groups are quite full. So we have also some partner training centers in Saarbrücken that are working with the lower levels. So in case we are full, we can also try to help to get some other places in Germany where the guys can practice. But in general, everybody can ask us right now. And I think a lot of people are doing it also. I gave a little bit to my colleague Tobias Hippler. For sure, you know him. He's playing second league, and next year he will play first league in Germany. So I gave a little bit to him. He's doing the training center. He's doing the booking and everything. So a little bit more free time for myself. But yeah, there's coming a lot of requests, and it's going good. So the cost is like I'm really not sure, to be honest. But normally I think it's around 90 euros per night, including all full board accommodation, like room, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah. So it's not like very expensive, but we are trying to make it affordable still for everybody. Yeah. And of course, all levels are welcome. The high levels, of course, is very welcome. Yeah. But I mean, there is many good training centers all around Europe, so it's not so easy to find the top players. But now, next season, we have some nice Japanese guys. We have some nice guys from Taipei. We have like first and second league club from teams from Saarbrücken. So the level will be quite good, and I'm really looking forward for the next season. And when somebody wants to come, just write us an email, and then we can see what we can do.
Nice. But now it's good because there's definitely some young talented players who has a big piggy bank, and then they know how much they can save, to be able to practice next to Franz and Jurgic. So nice. But one last thing is Fan Zhendong. Like, I have to mention it. Like, what the hell? Like, how did you imagine? Okay, how did it start? Like, Fan Zhendong comes to play in our club. Like,
I mean, I think I said it many times before. I mean, you know it. You are a player on the tour. You also practiced with a lot of guys with top levels, so you know how it is. You start to speak, you get to know each other. Maybe after the matches, you sit together in the dressing room of WTT and you speak and you say, "Today I could have beat you," or something like this. And somehow I was speaking with Patrick, and he was like, I think he beat him now 1 or 2 times. I'm not 100% sure. And he was always in contact with him somehow, yeah, writing to him, and they like each other somehow. Yeah. He is also. I was speaking with him also 1 or 2 times now. Yeah, he's really really nice. I really enjoy to talk to him. Yeah, and somehow it started, and they were speaking a little bit and say, you need to come to China, or no, you need to come to Germany, etc., etc. And then we had this situation. I think it's now like 4 weeks ago that we heard that there is a possibility that he could come to Europe. I heard that he was asking Timo also, or there was a talk with Timo about Germany, and then I said to Patrick, should we contact him somehow? Yeah, and then we took the contact and we spoke a little bit, and then after some days, it was really clear. Yes, there is a possibility that he can play in Europe, and not only Champions League. I mean, it's sometimes that Chinese top players can play maybe 1 or 2 matches, but never a full season. Yeah, this is, I think, since 30 years this has not happened in Europe. Now in France there were some Chinese, but also not the full season, and also not the A level. Let's say like this, maybe the A2 level. Still very good players, of course, but not A1. Yeah, and then we started to speak, and suddenly it was 31st of May. This is the last day of registration for the German Federation, and we said, okay, we need to find a decision now. So we spoke 7 o'clock in the morning. I was calling to China, and we said, okay, I will send you the contract now. You can sign. And then he signed. Yeah, and then we had to make the change official. Yeah, because of the federation, there is the deadline. 31st of May, 12 o'clock is the deadline. So we made the change around, I think, 1 or 2 in the afternoon. It was directly 2 hours before our semifinal match in semifinal in Champions League, and 5 minutes later, it was all over the internet. Yeah, because somebody saw it. Yeah, even we didn't post it officially. Somebody saw it, and then, okay, in the night we said, okay, now we need to publish a press release. And what happened since then is unbelievable. Yeah, we have so many requests from media, requests for shirts, requests for new members of the club. I think 20 new Chinese kids want to play in our club. And what happened there is totally unbelievable. It really blew up somehow the hype was not imaginable. So yeah, it's a lot of work for me right now, to be honest, but it's nice, yeah, and we are really honored. I think Patrick said it also in an interview. We are really honored that he will play in Saarbrücken, and now he was playing Chinese league last 2 days. I was checking a little bit. He still can play, so this is nice.
yes, because I think he made 2 points, right? No, he won.
He won 4 singles.
Yes, 4 singles.
He won
yes.
4 singles. Yeah. Lin Laoyan he beat Xu Yingbin. So many of players that are also playing international and playing quite okay results. So I'm happy, to be honest, yeah, to have him next year.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, this is fake news. And also I was like, how they can release this? They are playing the final tomorrow. So how? How? And then it was like, it's a bluff. Düsseldorf will be scared.
No. Actually, really, we wanted to post it. We wanted to post it after the Champions League, but since it was out there somehow, we couldn't wait anymore because then it would be ridiculous. It would not be good also for us. And yeah, then we had to do it. And then I said on the next day, I said to all my colleagues that are not in the team, like the officials, I said, listen, today is just Champions League. And after the Champions League, we can speak about Fan Zhendong.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So what will be the project with Fan Zhendong? It will be Champions League, it will be Bundesliga, it will be if there is an amount of matches, and I would say like definitely it's to win the Champions League again, I guess.
I mean, he really wanted also, this was very important to him, not only to play 1 or 2 competitions, he really wanted to play all the competitions. So this was a main part of our talks for the next season. Yeah. Right now, we don't really have a fixed plan. Yeah, we need to speak with him. Right now, it was just important to make the change, officially, so that there can be no problems for the next season. Yeah. So now we are going into the details. Yeah, I said already in German media that he will not play only 3 matches. Yeah, but he will also not play 25 matches. Yeah, so we will find ourselves somewhere in the middle. Yeah, and also see what is possible for the club. We need to see how is the schedule for the first league. We need to see the schedule for the Champions League, for the cup matches. And then our goal for sure is to have him in as many matches as possible, and not only home matches. We don't want also only to be our hall full. We also want to bring him to the whole league, and I think this can be very good for German table tennis, but also for European table tennis.
For sure.
To have him in this kind of matches, to have the other halls full. We need to be careful also, not that we say he will play and then in the end he's not there. Then we will make people angry. So it is quite hard now to say something fixed because we still don't have the plan ourselves. So we need to speak with him, what is possible, with how many matches he wants to play, he can play. And then in the end, we will find a good solution for everybody.
No, makes sense. No, I understand that you can be careful because actually in the federation in Asia, sometimes, they have a lot of control over the players and sometimes they decide a little bit over. And I know myself that I had many times Chinese or Koreans in my teams in Pro Ed and suddenly they say, no, he doesn't play. We say, okay, we need him. But it's nice to know that he's also wants to come and play the Champions League, the German League, and the Cup. So this is actually very nice. And do you think that this will open the door to other like top national team player from China to come and play in Europe?
I think this is a chance. This is a nice project. Now we have also. This is you said now you had Asian players in your team, and there was always from federation side maybe some problems. We had good contact with the Chinese Federation about this. Yeah, they also support everything. So
Nice.
this is very important
That's
for us to have this support. They were really nice to us, and this was really a good contact. So so I'm really happy with this. So I hope that from this project, what we have now can develop something. Yeah. We need to be open to the world. Yeah, China needs to be open to us. We need to be open for Chinese federation, for Chinese players, and maybe something can happen for this. Maybe the Chinese see how nice the German league is and how nice the European competitions are, and then we can see what will happen. Yeah, but this is like how to say a good chance for everybody. I think it was really big in China now, in what I saw from the social media platforms in China that we have, and this was really big. And I think this can be a very nice chance. And then we see how this project will develop somehow.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to be ready because often in when they play the World Championships or like this, then there is a lot of fans that are booking ticket, months before, for the semi-final and the final to come and see him in play. So maybe you will have a lot of new Chinese fans that will come.
We have already. So we are prepared, or we are preparing ourselves somehow. Yeah, we will try to make the best of it and try to arrange that everybody can see us, can see him play in Germany, and then we will see. We are getting prepared right now for the first matches end of August.
Nice, nice. And it will be the same lineup for the Champions League next year, or same lineup?
Yes. We will play with the same team. Everybody signed already before, like I said, with Fan Zhendong. It was really short term. Yeah, so we signed with all the players for the next season. So Truls signed for the Champions League season next year. Yeah, hopefully we can win it one more time with this team.
I put you favorite.
I put first time. I will also put us favorite. No, we will see. I mean, we had a great team this year. We will have an even more great team next season. So I hope that we can win it somehow one more time.
And I wish you the best, and I will definitely I look forward to see the matches and another final. And I will be honest, I would like that maybe Düsseldorf bring another Chinese, because I want to see some fight. I don't want it too easy for you.
Yeah, but Düsseldorf already has one Chinese guy, so I think they will. This is Lee. He played already 2 years in the league, and he played good seasons last 2 years. So they are prepared. Yeah, I would not say that we are the huge favorite. Of course, we are the favorite, but in the end, all matches have to be played.
Yeah, for sure. Yes,
it is like this in table tennis.
For sure. And I said to Montpellier, like, Düsseldorf is like Real Madrid. It's like they somehow managed to be there.
Exactly. Yeah, this is also. I mean, this year everybody was putting Montpellier as a favorite against them.
I told them, yeah.
Everybody said Montpellier will win this, because Felix and Alexi were in great shape. But in the end, it is Düsseldorf. They are the biggest club in Europe, and they will be the biggest club in Europe in 10 years still. Yeah. Yes. So we experienced it many times. Yeah. Yes. We won one time in the semifinal in Bundesliga 3-0. Yeah. And then the next match we lost 3-0, and we lost because of worse sets. So against them, they are really a team that can beat everybody. So let's see what it will be next season.
They are always there. Yes. Thank you so much for being here and have the time, because I guess that with the Champions League and Fan Zhendong coming, you have a lot of work. So thank you so much for stopping by in the podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. This came quite as a surprise to me that you asked me, and I'm really happy to be here. And hopefully I could answer some nice questions, and people are know a little bit more what we are, what we do. Little bit advertisement for us. We have a documentation about the club on YouTube.
Yes.
It's in German, but I think you can choose also English subtitles.
Nice. Okay.
So
I will put that
you can
in the
check
description.
it.
I will put this.
You can put it because there you see a lot of behind the scenes footage, and this is also something that never happened before in table tennis, I think.
That's cool. Okay, I will put that in the description. All right, so thank you guys for listening to the podcast, and make sure to subscribe on YouTube and wherever you follow this podcast, and follow us on social media. The show is Spin City Podcast. Thank you, Nico. Thank you so much.
Thank you.